Today, we're going to walk you through how to prepare and build a Magicverse app using our new Magicverse SDK, which is currently in technical preview. The ultimate vision of the Magicverse consists of several different components, from a dynamic digital twin overlaid on the physical world at specified locations, to Magicverse services that developers can use to configure their experiences, to access control, and finally XR compatibility to support a variety of interfaces, all powered by an underlying 5G network infrastructure. A key part of the Magicverse is bringing people together to share experiences in real time. This involves carving out a physical space and bringing in multiple users into a shared experience, scaling up by allowing numerous devices and device types to participate together. But there are many elements in building a Magicverse experience, some of which are tools provided today by Magic Leap, with the rest being the responsibility of the developer. Let's break those down. Every great experience or application starts with a vision. What do you want your app to do? Where does it belong? What's the use case? And what will be the foundation of the experience? That's what we list here as the core application, which is what you, the developer, start with. We provide you with the Magic Leap SDK in order to grant you access to Magic Leap One's core systems, including head pose, hand tracking, gestures, eye tracking, and 6DoF control. With these first two elements, anyone could bring a Magic Leap experience to life, as visible today on Magic Leap World, with many apps in the store. The first new step in designing a Magicverse experience is to think about the mobile UX. How do you leverage the touchscreen and 6DoF control of mobile AR systems in your experience? Does it leverage on-screen UI, or is it spatialized? This is completely dependent on the experience you wish to design. Once you have these in place, the Magicverse SDK provides Magic Leap's canonical understanding of the world to your mobile devices through the Magic Leap SDK. In the real world, we use latitude, longitude, and true north to establish a commonly known positional coordinate and rotational orientation when communicating location to each other. With the Magic Leap, we establish a common understanding of the world through persistent coordinate frames, also listed as PCFs. Access to PCFs allows applications to communicate with a synchronized mapping of coordinate spaces relative to known points in the real world. In short, the Magicverse SDK allows apps on different platforms to synchronize their tracking spaces so that they can all see the same thing in the same place. But how then do devices communicate with each other? The simplest way to do it is using a cloud storage system, which we refer to here as data warehousing. This is akin to writing something down on a sticky note, sticking it on the refrigerator, and having a family member see it later when they come home. All it requires is a place to write the data, have it stored, and allow another to read the data. This storage system is up to the developer to provide and implement, and would in most instances be a cloud storage-based solution, but this could also be a local network storage-based solution for corporate intranets. If devices need to communicate in real time, you'll need to provide several components to a multi-user networking solution. Matchmaking is the discovery of which devices to connect up and bring into the experience. Magic Leap provides this between Magic Leap devices using our Friend Picker API, but matchmaking between Magic Leap and mobile or mobile to mobile is a system you'll need to source or implement. Once connected, you'll need to choose a network transport layer. That could be direct socket connection for the lowest latency, or you could use an established networking solution, such as Photon Engine or Normcore. As each solution has its pros and cons for different use cases, we do not yet recommend a single best solution and leave that up to the developer's option for each use case. Finally, even with matchmaking and networking handled, there's still the app-centric need for the developer to determine how content synchronization is handled. This is data policy. Which objects are replicated and seen by other users? In a game of pool, you may want your avatar and pool cue to be visible to other users, but any menu UI would be private to you. In addition, only the current player should be able to hit the cue ball on their turn, and other players should pass right through. All of this logic is handled by the developer and cannot be automatically provided by any technological system. Now I'm going to discuss some use cases to help further clear up where and when to use the Magicverse SDK. A multi-user Magic Leap application, for example, can be built today. As a developer, you bring the idea and the multi-user networking elements, and we provide the Magic Leap SDK. One thing to note is the PCFs are already provided in the Magic Leap SDK, so local alignment is possible between Magic Leap devices. If your application is purely run on Magic Leap devices, you could already deliver a multi-user shared experience. What the Magicverse SDK now provides in technical preview is the ability to bring in a spatially synchronized mobile client into your app. This would further enhance a multi-user Magic Leap app with, at a minimum, a spectator mode, allowing others to peer into the experience from any XR device, or it can be used to generate shareable social media. Finally, real-time multi-user is just one category of application enabled by the Magicverse SDK. If you take out the multi-user components, world-aligned content can still be synchronized via cloud storage, as mentioned earlier. By anchoring pieces of content against the real world, one could create a world-scale art gallery, or simply annotate the world from any device for later viewing by others on any device. We hope this was a helpful rundown of what you as a developer can start thinking about and preparing in order to utilize the features of our Magicverse SDK in technical preview. We're excited to see what you create as your digital world gains an even closer understanding of the physical world. If you have any further questions, please reach out on our forums or engage with us on social media. We'll see you in the Magicverse.